One of the conventional messages when it comes to retirement planning and investing is max out your 401k. And on the surface, that sounds like a good idea. It's convenient, automatic. You just work your job, and then at the end of the race, you retire and you've got all of this wealth to live off the rest of your life. Well, there's a lot of realities and risks that come into play that stand a really good chance of keeping you from that dream. So in Chapter 5 of Against the Grain, we reveal and explore the problems with maxing out your 401k. The first problem is market risk. Now that may sound a little obvious, but think about this. You're working your job, you're in sales, accounting, whatever your job is, and your focus is on doing the best job in your field. But yet now all of a sudden, as you put money into this plan, your company isn't holding it for you, it's going into the market. So now you're forced to navigate these choppy waters of the stock market. How confident are you in your knowledge of how the stock markets work? Anytime you have limited selection, it's rarely a good thing. And it's between your company and the investment company to choose ahead of time for you what your list of options are. And when you compare that to having the freedom to choose anything in the free markets, anything in the investment world that suits your needs, when you limit those choices, again, not a good thing. Another risk is income risk. You know, you get those glossy brochures that show white-haired people walking the sands, they're retired because of their 401k. It may not work that way. If you're using your 401k as your primary source of retirement income, do you realize that 100% of the money coming out of that 401k is completely taxable? Think of it this way. Let's fast forward to retirement. And just like the old game show, Let's Make a Deal, you've got two curtains. Behind curtain number 1, 100% taxable retirement income. Behind curtain number 2, 100% tax-free income. Which would you choose? Hopefully you would choose the tax-free. But the reality is you can't wait till retirement to make that choice. You need to plan and you need to choose that path now. Most likely, following conventional wisdom, by the time you retire, your kids are grown up, so you have no tax deduction there. Your mortgage is paid off, you have no tax deduction there. Income tax will be your highest expense at retirement. Is that what you want? So the time to plan is now. And there are alternatives to the 401k, again, which is going to be 100% taxable. If you want tax-free income, you got to start planning now. And the book in Chapter 5, Against the Grain, reveals several alternatives that you can do yourself or get with an unbiased advisor to help you with that. It goes without saying, when it comes to your money, this subject is worthy of your time and consideration, not just a few minutes filling out employer forms, looking at color charts and saying, that looks good. You may have already felt the pain of a down market. Dalbar Research, an independent company that studies the market behavior and your behavior, the individual investor, has concluded a 20-year study, and that study reveals that over the past 20 years, the S&P 500, which is a pretty good indicator of the U.S. stocks, average a return of 8.8% per year. During that same period of time, the average individual investor realized a dismal 3.8% return per year over those 20 years. That's a huge gap, and which means a huge loss to you. And they attribute that huge difference to investor behavior. So it's your money, and it's worthy of your time to learn how the markets work and perhaps get with an unbiased advisor to guide you through this process. It is your prerogative, it is your right to reduce your taxes and reduce your risk.